Obviously, Real Madrid, my club, has a game against Manchester City on Wednesday in the Champions League. It's obviously the first leg. It's going to be in the Santiago Bernabeu. It's going to be great. It's going to be exciting. But honestly, I don't know how to feel about this game. I'm having a tough time trying to work out whether I am nervous, confident, whether I say GG's already, Man City won the game, whether I have some hope that Real Madrid could pull a miracle and get through this game. Because this is what I mean. The reason why it would be a miracle, because today we got news. Alvaro Carreras is out for the game. David Alaba and obviously Eder Militao are out for the game. Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, and Rodrigo is out with an ACL injury. If we had our full starting 11, it would be a much easier game. It would be much more doable. But the fact that we're dealing with all these injuries is what makes it so freaking tough. Now, thankfully, Manchester City is not in a crazy form. They tied to Nottingham Forest. I know they beat Newcastle, I think, away in the FA Cup, but they're not in a crazy form either, which makes me feel a little bit excited. It makes me look forward for this game. I think a lot of Real Madrid fans are going into this game with a fear factor. They're going into this game with not a lot of confidence. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But the reason why I am so confident, the reason why I think we could get something out of this game, whether it's a draw, whether it's a win, is because of like 3 or 4 main players that I want to talk about in this game. The first one is Thibaut Courtois. He's been an amazing player, one of our best players this season. I think he's going to save us on a couple of occasions on Wednesday. I think he's going to be great. The second player, Tony Rudiger. We all know what he does when he goes against Erling Haaland. I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to have a good game. The third player, and our most informed player currently, Tchouaméni. 3 out of 3 man of the matches in all of the 3 wins that Real Madrid have had recently. And the fourth man, the man that has the most goal contributions against any Premier League club that he played against, and that is my boy Vinicius Jr. I think he's going to do great. I think he's going to turn up to the occasion like how he always does, and I think he's going to be very, very good. Now, I want to speak about our lineup to begin with. Now, I know this says the predicted lineup. It's very close of what I was going with, except one option. I think Mendy is going to go in instead of Fran Garcia. Fran Garcia is not even match fit. I don't even remember when was the last time Fran Garcia played for Real Madrid. So I think Mendy, especially coming out with against a great performance against Celta Vigo. What a game that he had. He had a goal line clearance as well. A game-winning tackle against a Celta Vigo player. I think he's going to replace Garcia. I think the defense stays the same, except that change in the defense. I think Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Arda Güler, Valverde are going to start. I agree with that. There was conversations about maybe Thiago Pitart starts over Camavinga because they weren't sure that Camavinga is going to be match fit. I still want to see Thiago Pitart comes off the bench because I genuinely love his qualities. I love him as a player. I love how he controls the midfield. He's just a different profile of player than the ones we have on the pitch. Honestly, I'll go out and say this. If he starts over Arda in the midfield, I would not be mad. And maybe Valverde would play more advanced in that right wing side right over here. And maybe Gonzalo Garcia for once, I don't want to see him play in the right wing, so maybe Valverde towards the right, Gonzalo Garcia towards the middle, Vini on the left, and Thiago Pitart plays alongside Tchouaméni and Camavinga. This is what I want to see. And I think this would give us the best chance of winning, because if we go with the 4-4-2, then Gonzalo Garcia would be right here. Because apparently, in La Fabrica, he was a great right winger. This is not La Fabrica. You're going against Ait Nouri. You're going against Manchester City. It's not going to work like that. It's not going to work that way. So, yeah, I'm hoping for the love of God that Arbeloa makes the right choice by playing him centrally rather than playing him towards the right side. And there is one more player that I wanted to talk about. And I think if he turns up, I genuinely think we have the best chance of winning this game, and that is Arda Güler. When he is on one, when he is playing great, he could be really, really creative. I know we have Trent. I hope that he doesn't get injured because we have injuries every single day. I hope he doesn't get injured by Wednesday. If he doesn't, he's our obviously most creative player. But what's better than having one? Having two creative players. If Arda Güler can have a good game, then we, as a Madrid, can have a good game. Obviously, Vinicius Jr., I want him to turn up as well. Valverde, scored that clutch goal to keep us in the title race, because if it wasn't for his goal against Celta Vigo, then obviously the league would have been officially bye-bye. Even though I think it's a slim chance that we will win it, but now I think we have a bit of a chance with Valverde's last-minute goal. Asensio. This is the last player that I really sincerely want him to have a good game. He's been the definition of a liability for Real Madrid for the longest time, but I hope he also turns up to the occasion. His positioning is just not that great. His tackling, he could lose his head and just get a very, very cheap yellow card, or even a red card maybe. God forbids that won't happen, but it's always a possibility when you have a player like Asensio. Before I drop my official prediction, I want to talk a little bit about Manchester City. Obviously, the X factor, I think it's not going to be Haaland. No. Nor Semenyo, nor Doku. The X factor, in my opinion, the player that could make all the difference is this man right here, Mr. Ryan Cherki. His creativity, his dribbling, his passing, he is just so freaking unpredictable. I think he's going to be the X factor. I think he's going to be the game changer. If we could keep him quiet, then we will win the game. The second player that, in my opinion, will be the X factor, but not for Manchester City. I think he's going to be the X factor for Real Madrid, and that is Mr. Rodri. I think Vinicius Jr. has been taking it personal ever since he stole his Ballon d'Or 23-24 season. We all know who deserved to win it, but that's a conversation for another day. I think he's going to be an ultimate motivator for Vinicius Jr. to perform great. I hope he starts. I hope he does good. But the third player that I think is going to be the X factor in that game is going to be none other than Marc Guéhi. What a freaking signing. I cannot believe, I'm still having a difficult time processing that Manchester City only gotten him for 25 million. 25 million for Marc Guéhi. He's been amazing ever since he's gotten to Manchester City. He gelled right into the team. It didn't even feel like he's a brand new signing. It felt like he's been playing with the club for over 3-4 seasons. I think he's going to make the difference. I think if there is anyone that could stop Vinny, it's going to be Marc Guéhi. The fact that Real Madrid could have signed him, the fact that, we could have had him for like 30-40 million is insane to me. But of course, Real Madrid are obsessed with free signings. Real Madrid only want to sign players for free, so they decided to wait until his contract expires with Crystal Palace, which obviously didn't happen. Manchester City just decided to pay the 25 million and get him. Now, I am weirdly speaking, I'm gonna just drop my prediction, just official prediction. It is so weird how much confident I am. Delusion aside, rage baiting aside, I genuinely think Real Madrid could scam a win out of this. Like, thinking of Real Madrid in the past seasons, Real Madrid's heritage in the Champions League, 90 minutes is a very long time in the Santiago Bernabeu. I genuinely think they could do something in this game and scam a win. It's going to be close. I'm not going to be delusional. I said delusion aside. I'm not going to say 3-1. I'm not going to say 4-0. I'm not going to say 5-0. I could see a 1-0 win. I could see a 2-1 win. Maybe if we don't manage to keep Manchester City quiet for the rest, like for the whole game, maybe they score one. I think with the recent form of Vinicius Jr., Tchouaméni, Rudiger, even Camavinga and Valverde, Courtois, I think we can get a win out of this. I'm hoping. My official prediction, I'm hesitating, but I don't think we would be able to keep Manchester City quiet. I think it's going to be a 2-1. Nobody can predict these games. No, nobody. Because looking at the head-to-head, it cannot get more even than that. 6 wins for Real Madrid, 5 draws, and 6 wins for Manchester City. Hypothetically, God forbids we draw on Wednesday, it's literally going to be 6 wins, 6 draws, and 6 wins for Manchester City. So if you're going to come out here and say, oh, it's easy to predict this game, you'd be lying. So this is why This game is going to be so hard to predict, but my official prediction for this game is going to be 2-1 for Real Madrid. Guys, let me know what you think of the lineup. Let me know what you think of the score prediction is going to be. Let me know who's the favorite. We all know who's the favorite. But in case you think Real Madrid is the favorite like myself, let me know and drop it down below. Guys, hit the like button if you're still here somehow watching the video. Subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys whenever the game happens.